Okay, first, you mentioned in your testimony that if we do go down this road, and I agree with this, by the way, we should have a very tightly regulated and monitored system in Pennsylvania. But just, I guess, anecdotally again, have you ever been involved in your law enforcement career? Our law enforcement careers overlapped. We spent time together in federal service. Have you ever been involved in a briefing where someone said, use caution, this person is a known user of marijuana?
No, I can't remember that.
Have you ever responded or been part of or even read about a marijuana overdose?
No.
Ever?
No.
Have you ever seen anyone commit a violent crime and it directly be related to use of marijuana?
I've seen violent crimes committed by people that are under the influence. Whether that was a causal reaction, I couldn't say.
Under the influence strictly of marijuana?
Yes.
Determined?
Yes.
Okay. I have not, for the record. Would you agree to the statement that there is a profound difference between a state that has enacted medical marijuana laws and a state that has enacted recreational use marijuana laws?
I really haven't read enough about recreational use. That's relatively new, the reports on that in that area. So I really couldn't comment on it.
Okay. So, I mean, I've heard it said today that the law enforcement community generally is opposed to this. I can tell you that from offline conversations with the law enforcement members of the General Assembly here, guys who are, guys who spent lifetimes, careers in law enforcement, including myself, and without exception, they're all for medical marijuana laws. Do you know that to be true?
Well, I try to do a survey of our membership as best I could, and I'd have to agree with it. Most members would not have a problem with true medical use. We have taken a neutral position on this. We want to see what comes out, what the law looks like, and if there's loopholes in it, we'd like to see them filled. But as far as being against this legislation, we are not in any way against the legislation.
Okay. So just because I've known you for a long time, I'm going to ask you a personal question. I hope you give me a little latitude here. Do you think it's right to stand idly by and continually talk about this subject and investigate it and insist for more research in this when there are children and cancer patients who are in dire need and are suffering and are in pain? Do you think that's right, not to give them what they need?
I think in the testimony, I wrote the testimony, and the feeling is that if the federal government is not going to take action, which is the preferred solution to this
problem, which we know that's not going to happen.
We know that's not going to happen, that yes, the state should probably be able to step in and alleviate that pain.
Okay. So a Schedule I drug is a drug which is known to have no medical benefit, correct?
Correct.
Thank you so much, sir.